Hi guys, my name is Kayleen and I'm here today to show you how to unstick your vertical slider on your Cadillac. So this would apply if you've already cleaned your vertical pulls with silicone spray and your slider now moves down, but then somewhere down here it gets stuck and it won't go any further down, okay? And maybe down here too, maybe it can get a little bit lower. So we're gonna do a little tune of the Cadillac pulls, and I'm gonna show you what we need to do that. All right, so the first thing you'll need is a set of Allen wrenches. We only need the 3/16 Allen wrench, but it's nice to have a whole set because you also need a cotter pin. Well, you need two of them actually, and these came with your equipment and we use them for assembly. After the machine is assembled, you should take them out. Some of you may have them in still, which is okay. You'll just take them out after we do this tune-up. Others of you may have them stored, which is great. Go grab a couple. And others of you may not have them at all. And so in that case, you can use the smaller Allen wrenches from your Allen wrench set. So that's why I like to have a whole set. We can do a little cheating here. Okay, so first thing we want to do is to insert the Allen wrench or the cotter pin, or you can even use like a wood nail. We're going to insert it into the hole here in the vertical tube that's right above the receiver, okay? And it might take some wiggling to find the hole on the other side for it to come out. Usually takes me a little bit. All right, there we go. And now I'm going to do the cotter pin on the other side. Oh, so this is a great example. This hole has actually sunk lower than the top of this receiver, so I'm just going to loosen these set screws, pull the pole up a little bit so I can insert the cotter pin. That's really important that we can insert it all the way through. I'm going to pull up, I can see the hole, and I'll slide the cotter pin through both sides. There we go. All right, so now this side is already loose. If it wasn't loosened, I would loosen these set screws, okay? And you can tell I've just inserted this cotter pin and now the pole is resting on the top of the receiver via the cotter pin. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side where the Allen wrench is. Loosen the 4 set screws so that then the pole rests on the top of the receiver. All right, so now we could, if we pull up and down these poles, okay, they slide up and down in the receivers, and that's what we want. So if you look down into the receivers, you'll see that there is a little bit of space between the pole and the bracket, and that's fine, that's totally cool, but what we want to do is make sure that instead of the poles being squished narrow this way, that they're squished when we tighten the set screws far enough apart that this pole can now slide down easily. So what I'm going to do is loosen these knobs and slide my slider all the way down and secure it in place. So now I know the slider fits in this lower spot. I can re-tighten all 4 of these set screws here. same thing on this side too. Your set screws don't have to be super tight. It's normal to just secure them, but not like wrench on them really hard, because you may want to adjust this sometime in the future and you don't want to be sitting there struggling to loosen them again. The friction fit is totally secure. So now we've got our set screws secure. Let's double check. Does this slider slide up and down? Goes up and down, nice and freely here. So it appears I have solved the problem. So now I can remove my Allen wrench, my cotter pins, the nail, whatever is stuck through here. I'm going to remove it. Sometimes I use some pliers if they are really stuck, but they should just come right out. And you're good to go. Now, if this didn't fix your problem, we may need to do some more tuning of the set screws here in your slider, and maybe here up in the corners. You can do that applying the same principles, which I'll show you in another video. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.